All right, so new trade to update. We have a profitable trade that just happened. This one, or just closed out in profit. It was entered near the opening of the trading session this week, so on Sunday, the markets opened. And now we have a new trade on the short side. So we're looking for this to move down. So this trade went up. We hit profit already. Now we have an entry here at the inside candle setup here at the peak of this move right here, and then we're expecting this to move down. We'll see if it does. If it's not, if it continues up, we'll enter more trades and hope for that pullback to happen before long. So we'll see if this level does end up holding. There's some support resistance, I mean, up here. And so this might be enough to hold and push down a bit. We don't need a lot, just about 50 pips. So we'll wait and see what happens there. All right, so I'll talk more about those trades in a little bit, but I wanted to first tell you that the FX Choice managed account is officially live and trading. I just got my first deposit from somebody. I have quite a few accounts that have been created, but I guess people are still debating if they want to make a deposit or if they're in the process of doing that already. So we have a $950 balance account, but it's actually showing equity of 1,048. So that probably includes the 15% bonus when you sign up under my link, and the potentially the deposit. There's a wire fee. Sometimes it could be $30 to $45. That might be included in that as well. So I'm not sure exactly. But this person does have an equity of 1,000, just over $1,050, and so that's a perfect amount that you need for this managed account. You need at least $1,000. All right, so I'm glad that we are now officially going on that, and hopefully more people will join that over time. But there's no rush. This is something that, it's an investment for those that are involved, and so it's important to make the right decision, watch more of my past videos to get more information about what I offer, what I do, and so you can make a proper judgment call on if this is a step that you want to make. All right, so I did decide on a 20% commission, and right now it's currently set at 30 because that's how I set up the managed account, but I will be changing that today, and that can be fluctuated over time. I just have to chat with the FX Choice support for that to be changed. All right, so let's get into the trades of what happened. So the markets opened right in here, and you can see that this order is like floating. It's basically floating in the air. It's because there was a pretty big spread. Now I have a filter on spread that's if trades are if the spread is higher than 10 pips, then trades won't be entered. The spread was here was about 9 or so pips, and so it was still within my range, and it was a good thing because we opened the market with an inside candle set up here. So a push down at the very end, and then it opened on a bullish inside candle right at the support here, and it was a good place to enter the market. And it did shoot up quite a bit, and we ended up pulling out about 50 pips profit. And it was really clean. So these kind of trades do happen, and they happen quite a bit. If they didn't happen that often, my strategy wouldn't survive because it can't just solely depend on money management. It has to have a good methodology behind it in order to actually make it in the market long term. And so these kind of trades show that there is success in the strategy itself, especially when there was no drawdown, basically no drawdown. I mean, I think that we're talking about maybe 10 pips or so, about 13 or so pips drawdown at its worst before it moved into about 51 pips profit. Wow. So the current trade that we have in is a short position, or a sell, you could say. And I like the entry here. It's a little bit low to the bottom of the channel here. It's only about 100 pips from the support to the resistance at the top. So not as much as I would like it, but I still like this level, and it's still worthy of taking a position. So my algorithm did take the trade here on this inside candle set up with the bar, the big bar, or the bullish candle here, and then the inside candle bearish inside candle right after that, and showing that there is potential for this to push down. Now, I could be getting a bearish inside candle here because there was some previous support here, previous resistance. Sometimes I mix this up. Gosh dang it. Um, so yeah, previous resistance here. So we could be getting this inside candle, anticipating that there could be a hold at this point, but we'll see because there was some positive news that just recently came out on the UK junior Brexit minister. UK and EU are very close to implementation period deal. So this is for Brexit related news, and so we'll see if that is enough to continue to ride this up. That news came out during this candle right here. So that's why you had kind of an abrupt push right there. It wasn't substantial, but it could be enough. That news could be enough to push this up. So you have a small pullback at the resistance and potentially a continuation. My expert advisor sees this as an opportunity to push back down, so we'll see what happens. But I like to trade. Do I think it's the best one out there? Probably not, but I think it's a decent opportunity for a continuation on the downside. So, you guys are sometimes asking, does your system only take counter trend? Well, in this case, some people might consider this actually a trend trade if you're looking just at the 1 hour time frame. I don't think you could say it was a trend trade on the 4 hour because the trend trade on the 4 hour is definitely up, but it depends on the time frame that you're looking at. So if you're looking at the 1 hour, you might be able to consider this a trend trade on the downside, or if you're looking at the 30 minutes. It just depends on what time frame you're looking at, because a lot of people are talking about trend trades, and I think that the ideal trend trading time frames are the daily, the weekly, and the 4 hour time frames. They basically show you the longer term. But some people may consider trend trading on the shorter time frames as well, but it is more difficult to actually find where the trend is because of how many candles there are on such a small time frame. You can't zoom out as well to really see where the swings of the trend actually are. All right, so we're waiting to see what happens with the market now. We're getting a nice pin candle right here with a showing us that resistance is still currently holding, and it's being canceled out. So the market or the pair is trying to push up, but then it's being pulled back down. We'll see if that actually holds. We only need about the market to go about down here in order for us to pull out into profit. So we'll see if it's another clean trade. That'd be nice. All right, so I have a bunch of accounts being copied. This is a demo account that's being copied with the old copier just to make sure that's working. I have personal account at FX Choice that's being traded, and this one is being traded at higher risk. So this is about 2 times the risk of my standard account over at Trader's Way that everybody's being copied from. So this is my standard risk account, and my FX Choice, which is personal and it's not being copied to anybody, is a bit higher risk on this one. So I thought I'd let you guys know that I am running it at 2 different risk levels. And I definitely expect, and I did receive about 56% drawdown on this account during that 28% drawdown that you guys experienced. All right, I don't think there's much more to talk about when it comes to the trades or anything like that. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on how things were going and the profit that you experienced this morning. And we'll do another update when this trade closes out. I'd like to give updates on what the trades look like, how they were entered, why, and all that kind of stuff. But I do have a new interview that I'm going to be doing live on stream. So you guys apparently really enjoyed my last stream, which was great, and I got a lot of positive feedback on that. So I'm going to do another one. And this one is going to be done right now it's scheduled to be on Thursday. That might be subject to change. I'll let you guys know. Thursday at 12:30 GMT. So that is 8:30 Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. And hopefully you guys will be able to tune into that. I'll be interviewing Walstar. So the guy that's was on my video is making comments about disagreeing with my strategy and how I traded. So I'm bringing him on because I think that we share two different, completely different ways of trading the market, and I think that it's important to hear a different point of view, not just because you guys hear that I do this, I do that, but you don't hear a lot about what other traders do. So I think that this will be a fun thing to include in on my channel, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the conversation, the questions I ask Walstar on this, because he's a very established trader and he's been trading for I think 13 or 14 years, just like me. So hearing from somebody that has experience would be a nice change to the channel. So join me at 12:30 Eastern Standard, 12:30 GMT on Thursday for that live interview. All right, guys. I think that's it for this video, and good luck on this next trade to all of us, and we'll see if we can get some profit throughout the day. Have a good one. Bye.